Okay, for today, given a sample space, we're going to be able to choose a subset. A subset is basically a part or a group of the sample space. We might include the whole sample space or we might include less a sample space. So here, question number 5, given the sample space, and the sample space that I have, my choices are the numbers at the bottom. So you guys can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's my sample space. So my numbers are going to be from there. Determine the subset. So we're going to choose part of them. We may include all the numbers from the sample space or we may not. So we're going to do a subset that makes up the event described, entered in set notation. Okay, so our set notation is going to be, again, like this, and we're going to type our choices inside. My event is a number that is a multiple of 3. Okay, I know my timetables of 3, right? 3 times 1 is 3. When think of the multiple of 3 are basically your timetables of 3. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15, right? 18. We know our timetables of 3. And it continues. Okay. From those numbers, which numbers are from our sample space, right? So I'm looking at my sample space. 1 and 2 are not multiples of 3. A 3 is. 4, 5 is not multiples of 3, but 6 is. 7, 8 is not, but 9 is. 10, 11 are not multiples of 3. So my only numbers that were multiples of 3 here were the numbers 3, 6, and 9. So I'm just going to go 3, comma, 6, comma, 9. Okay. You will just have to type these numbers. You don't have to type in the brackets because the brackets are included. So just 3, 6, and 9. Okay. So take a look at question number 6. Given the sample space, determine the subset that makes up the event described. Enter in set notation. So my set notation is going to be here already. My sample space are the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. My event as numbered is a factored of 30. Factored, okay. Remember for number 5, I used the word multiple. And I used the timetables of 3 in that case. Now here is factor. Remember we did factor for the work yesterday. Factor is which numbers I can divide 30 by. Okay. When looking at my sample space, can I go 30 divided by 1 and I get a whole number? Yeah, 30 divided by 1 is 30, so 1 is good. Can I go 30 divided by 2? Yeah, 30 divided by 2 is 15, so yeah, it's good. Can I go 30 divided by 3? Yeah, that gives me 10, right? Gives me a whole number. Can I go 30 divided by 4? Now that gives me a decimal. Okay, so 4 is not a factor of 30. Can I go 30 divided by 5? Yeah, that gives me a whole number. 30 divided by 6 gives me a whole number. Now 30 divided by 7 gives me a decimal, so it's not a factor. 30 divided by 8 gives me a decimal, so it's not a factor. 30 divided by 9 gives me a decimal as well. So from my sample space, from my numbers that I could choose from, the only numbers from that list that are factors of 30 are 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So I'm just going to write 1, comma, 2, comma, 3, comma, 5, and 6. Notice I'm separating with commas. Okay, let's flip the page. Let's take a look. Today I'm working from 5 through 12. So that was question number 6. Let's take a look at question number 7. We flip the page. Given the sample space, so my numbers I could choose are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. So given the sample space, determine the subset that makes up the event described, enter in set notation. So let's see, event numbered is even. So let me just circle those numbers that are even. I'm going to write my choices. I know for questions 5 and 6, I was crossing out my choices that were not good. But actually, in this case, I'm not going to cross out the bad choices. I'm just going to circle the good choices. Numbers are even. Okay, numbers that are even are those that I can divide by 2. So are going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Those are the numbers that are even. Now let me switch to red because I have the word or. Now today we're going to be using the words or and the word and. Very, very important. Or and. Okay, or my other choice that I have here is numbered is a factor of 24. Okay, so let me circle numbers that are factored of 24. I can circle 1. That's a good choice. 2 is also factor of 24, but it's already circled, so I don't have to circle it again. I can circle 3, right? 4 I can also circle because 24 divided by 4 gives me a whole number. It's already circled, so I don't have to do it. 5 is not a factor of 24 because 24 divided by 5, I get a decimal. 6, 24 divided by 6, it's good. It's already circled. I don't have to circle it again. 7, 24 divided by 7, not good. So I don't have to circle it. 24 divided by 8 is good. It's already circled. And 24 divided by 9 is not good. I don't look at 10 because it's already circled. When I see the word or, so let me focus here on the word or. M- The number is going to be part of my choices of my subset. So the numbers that I'm going to write here, as long as they were circled by one or the two choices that I have. My two choices that I had were numbers were even. The other choice that I had was the numbers are factor of 24. As long as my number got circled by at least one of the two choices, so again, one of the choices or both choices, my number is good. So as long as I circle it, it is good. It doesn't matter if it's a red circle or blue circle. So I'm going to go, okay, my numbers are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Take a look at question number 8. I'm using the word or again. My number is prime or number is a multiple of 5. So for my first choice, let's see, numbered is prime. Do you guys remember your prime numbers? My prime numbers are remembered. 1 is not a prime, so we start with 2. Remember, primes are those numbers that are divisible by 1 or itself only, right? 2 is divided by 1 or itself. 3 is prime as well. So actually, let me go my list here. 1 is not prime, but 2 is. 3 is prime because it's only divisible by 1 and 3. 4 is not prime because I can divide it by 1, 4, and 2. See, 5 is prime, 6 is not. 7, because again, primes can only be divided by 1 in itself. 8 is not prime. 9 is not prime because I can go 9 divided by 3. 10 is not prime, but 11 is. Okay, so I circle my primes. I circle them in blue. Now, because I'm using the OR, remember, now I'm looking at multiples of 5. Multiple, again, I'm using the word multiple, not factor, multiple. So this is basically my timetables of 5, which is like 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15. So basically my multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So let's see. First number is 5. It's already circled, so I don't have to circle it again. Then 10, it's not circled, so I will circle it. And then 15, but I'm done with my sample space. So here, my sample space, the numbers that were circled are 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, and 11. Again, when I use the word or, it doesn't matter if they were prime or multiples of 5. They were one of my choice, the other, or both. Right? As long as it got circled once, it was good. The interesting part is when we use the word and. I'm looking at question number 9. Now here we're going to use the word and. In order for a number to be counted when we use the word and, here we're going to say it has to be even because our choices here are my number is even and the number is a factor of 10. When we use the word and, it has to be circled by both, not just one. Remember, when we use the word or, it has to be circled by just one of my two choices. But no, when we use the word and, it has to be circled by both. Okay, so let's take a look. Numbered is even. So for my sample space, let me circle those that are even. So I'm gonna go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Those were my first choice. Numbers are even. Now, number is a factor of 10. So from those that I circle from the first one, which are factors of 10? Remember, those that I can divide by. So 10, can 10 be divided by 2? Yeah, so 2 is good. Can 10 be divided by 4? Notice I'm only going to be looking at those that are circled now. Can 10 be divided by 4? No. Okay, so I want to cross that out. Can 10 be divided by 6? No. Can 10 be divided by 8? No, because 10 divided by 8 gives me a decimal. Can 10 be divided by 10? Yeah, 10 divided by 10 is a whole number. 10 divided by 12 gives me a decimal, and 10 divided by 14 gives me a decimal. So my only choices in here are 2 and 10. So keep in mind, when we use the word and, notice I look at my first choice. Numbered is even. So I look for the choices that were even. And then from those choices I saw, numbered is a factor of 10. Only from those that were chosen as even, which are factor of 10. So remember, when I use the word and, it has to be from both. Let's take a look at another example. Because remember, I'm working up until 12. I'm using the word and. Interesting here. And. Okay. Yeah, let's keep this with blue. Given the sample space, we have a sample space. Determine the subset that makes up the event describing the set notation. My numbered is odd. That's one of my first choices. Number is odd. Okay, for my sample space, let me choose the odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Those are my odd numbers. Now, from those that I chose, those that are circled, let me choose them. Look at my second choice. Numbered is a factor of 18. So factored means I can divide 18 by. All right, can I go 18 divided by 1? Yeah, that works. 18 divided by 3? Yeah, that gives me a whole number. 18 divided by 5? Nope, that gives me a decimal. 18 divided by 7? Nope, that doesn't work. 18 divided by 9? Yep, that gives me a whole number. 18 divided by 11 gives me a decimal, so it doesn't work. So my only choices are 1, 3, and 9. Be very careful on or and. Remember, or we did question 7 and 8, and we did 9 and 10. So be very, very careful. Watch the video again if you need to. Let's take a look at question number 11. Given the sample space, determine the subset that makes up the event described and enter it in set notation. My sample space, or you see my numbers there, 1 through 12. My event numbered is not prime. Okay, so let me not circle the prime numbers. Let me circle the numbers that are not prime. Okay, 1 is not prime. 2 is prime, so I'm not going to circle 2. 3 is prime. 4 is not, right? Because I can divide it by 1 and 4, but I can also divide it by 2. 5 is prime, so I'm not going, remember, I'm only going to circle those that are not prime. 6 is not prime. 7 is. 8 is not prime. 9 is not either. because I can go 9 divided by 1 divided by 9 and also by 3. 9 divided by 3. 10 is not prime. 11 is prime, but 12 is not. So my choices here are 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12. Do me a favor, do list all the numbers. Don't try to get short here 8, 9, 10. Don't go 8. Don't do this 8 through 10. Don't write that. Because 8 through 10, you're including everything, including decimals. So you're saying 8.3 is a choice, right? Anything between 8 and 10. That's what 8-10 means. Anything between 8 and 10. You're including decimals. So don't do that. Literally list the numbers. Okay. Let's take a look at question number 12. We're doing subsets today. So given the sample space, determine the subset that makes up the event described, enter in set notation. I see my sample space. Number is not even. So I'm not going to circle the even numbers. I'm going to circle the not even. 1 is not even. 3 is not. 4 is even, so I don't circle it. 5 is not even. 6 is even, so I don't circle it because remember I'm looking for not even. 7. 8 is even, so I don't. 9 is not even. 10 is, so I don't circle. 11 is not even. Okay. So my brackets are there. Let me fix my first bracket. Then my choices are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Do notice, do notice that in all of my choices, my answers, my choices were always separated with a comma. Now, question that my people might ask me here. Okay, are there any spaces? For example, let me zoom into question number 10. Are there any spaces? Usually, we write a space after the comma. So we do 1, comma, space, 3, comma, space, and 9. Usually we write a space after the comma, not before it, after the comma. Now, if you guys don't write the spaces, you guys go 1, comma, 3, comma, 9. You guys don't include the spaces. My system, the way I created my homework, my system will accept either choice. So either don't do spaces at all, just do 1, comma, 3, comma, 9, no spaces at all, or the space only after the comma. So 1, comma, 3, space, 3, comma, space, 9. Only after the comma. It's up to you.